Iron Age. When was the Iron Age? Like, Iron Age, you got Stone Age, you got military age, you got this age, that age. I don't know anymore. I don't understand. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to try do the British citizenship test. For some of you guys that might not know, I am not British, I'm Dutch. Grew up in Holland, moved here when I was year 9. So I do not know anything about the British culture. Well, obviously I know about the British culture now, but I mean, I never knew nothing about the British culture. Probably don't know nothing about the British history because, you know. What else? A lot of people tell me that, you know, oh my god, you're not British, like, where are you from? So we are going to take this test and see how British we are. You know what, yeah, I'm not even going to give myself high hopes because I know nothing about Britain. Like, my friends would ask me like, da, 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 like all of this, and then I'm like, what? Or I'll say a certain word and I'll say it different, and I'm just like, you know, I don't belong here. I need to go home, you know. I hate it here.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Suaad. I'll put my socials down below here so you guys can follow me. But yeah, let's get into this video. So guys, I have my laptop here. So what we're gonna do is look for the test and try do this test. I've seen Nella Rose do this, so I thought, you know, and she's from Belgium, I thought, you know, maybe I should try and do this. So we're gonna look for this test. So it says, prepare for this test. You'll be tested on information in the official handbook for the life in the UK. So people have to read a whole ebook. Right, so the test is 45 minutes long. You get 24 questions about British tradition and customs. So I found the test. Let's start this. Okay, so guys, don't quote me on any of these because I do not know anything that happened in Britain before my time, okay? So I started the clock. Okay, it says the first question, as a British citizen, what are your responsibilities? Choose 2 answers. To respect and obey the law, to walk your dog only during the day, to go to church on Sundays, and to look after yourself and your family. Number 1, everyone in Britain got a dog. Everywhere you look or every park you go to, there's a bloody dog. Number 1. Number 2, a lot of people go to church on Sundays, so, you know, but I think obviously it would be respect and obey the law, because who wouldn't want to obey the law? And I think it would be looking after your family. And we got that correct. I think that question wasn't so hard. Like, I don't think it's a big thing, but we move. So the next question says, who made the first coins to be minted in Britain? What even is minted? What does minted mean? What is minted? Is that like created? Who made the first coin? So it's whoever made it to be minted. I don't know. So it says the people of the Stone Age. What year was that? And it says the Anglo-Saxon. It says the people of the Iron Age or the Romans. None of this sounds any familiar. So we are going with the Anglo-Saxon because that sounds very British to me. It was the people of the Iron Age. What year was the Iron Age? Makes no sense. So it says here, the people of the Iron Age made the first coin to be minted in Britain. Some inscripted with the name of the Iron Age kings. This marks the beginning of British history. Makes sense. I don't know what is Anglo-Saxon then. What does that mean? So the next question says, who built the Tower of London? It says Queen Victoria, absolutely not. Queen Elizabeth I, absolutely not. And then we have someone called William de Conquer or Oliver Cromwell. You know, William de Conquer sounds like someone that is like up there as well. So Oliver, my nigga, we are putting you down for this. And I was wrong. It was William the Conqueror. What did he conquer? Building that tower? I'm doing really bad with this test because I don't know what's happening with me. But the next question says there are 15 national parks in England, Wales and Scotland. What are national parks? So it says giant greenhouses, land formation of columns made from volcanic lava, areas of protected countryside, or medieval buildings. Okay, so it says national parks. That would be like a normal park that you go to, right? So it can't be greenhouses because that's not it. Land formation of column made of volcano lava. Don't think so. Areas of protected countryside, probably, because the other one is buildings, and I don't think national parks are buildings. And we are correct. So it was the areas of protected landmarks, countryside, sorry. Okay, so it says Northern Ireland has its own established church. Northern Ireland, which one was out? Northern Ireland. What was the other one called? Ireland. Probably. No, yeah. Is that not where the Catholics and the Protestants live? Probably. Allah. So that was it wasn't even correct, my answer. So it said false. It said there is no established church in Wales or Northern Ireland. Okay then. Something new we learn every day. Okay. We're not doing so well, are we? Anyway, next question says which 3 territories form Great Britain? That's not that hard. It's England, Scotland, and Wales. And we are correct. There we go. Okay, next question says, how often are Prime Minister's questions held in Parliament? I should know this because I went to uni to study politics. But I would say every 2 weeks. It says every day, don't think so. Every week, every 2 weeks, or once a month. I think every 2 weeks. And I was wrong. It's every week. You have a meeting every week to do questions. Do we even see it? Like, I don't get it. Okay, so the next question. Okay, we're on number 8, by the way. Next question says, which king was executed in 1649? Okay, so it says James the One. It says Charles the Second. James the One. I meant James the First. James the First, Charles the Second, James the, what number is that? The 7th, and it says Charles the One. Why are they all the same names with different numbers? What is this? I think James is more of a British name, right? And James sounds like an evil person too. So we're gonna go with James the First, maybe. And I was far off it. It was Charles the First. Who even is Charles, please? And why did he get executed? What did he do? And now we're getting little, you know, Shakespeare questions. And the next question says, where was William Shakespeare born? This one, we studied this in English. He was born in the UK, obviously. So it says Manchester, Oldham, and Stratford upon Avon or Lancashire. And that is Stratford upon Avon. And we are correct. Okay, next question says, which of the 2 following are famous British Paralympians, that's what I meant. Okay, so it says Dame Kelly Holmes, Barons Tanny Gray Thompson, Jane Torville, or Ellie Simmons. I've never heard of these people. And why, first of all, what I'm trying to understand is, why do we need to know about Paralympics and Olympics and all these events? Why do we need to know this to get a British passport? I don't understand. Does it make sense? It makes no sense. Why do you need to know this? How's it going to add value to my life? Please tell me, because I'm not understanding at the moment. If I get this wrong, I'm not going to get a British passport. So does that mean I need to watch all these things for me to get a passport? I think they need to like re-evaluate these questions because makes no sense. But anyway, just to answer these questions, I'm thinking Who should we choose? We're gonna choose that Dame person, whoever that is, and maybe that Jane person. Dame and Jane rhymes, I guess. And I was absolutely wrong because it was the other two. It was Ellie Simmons and Barron's Tanny. Who are you guys? So next question says, who was regening in England when English settlers first began to colonize the eastern coast of America? Re-engineering. I can't even say this word. What does it mean? And it says, who was it? Does it mean who was in power? And it says Queen Victoria. It says Henry the 5, 6, 7, 8. Henry the 8th. And then it says Elizabeth the 1st. And then it says Charles the 2nd. Definitely not going to choose Charles the 2nd because there was a Charles number 1 earlier. So we choose Elizabeth. Now I'm going to choose Victoria. I don't understand. And it was Elizabeth. I should have stuck with what I thought. So Elizabeth was out here telling people to go colonize America. We see you. Okay, next question says, Scotland and Wales use a system called individual registration, where all these entitlement to vote must complete their own registration form. I'm assuming. Because in Britain, like, you do the whole family household. Maybe if you don't do it, and it's false because they do it as a... What? Oh, so only Northern Ireland uses it. Okay. I'm not doing well, am I? Okay, next question says, on what day is the birth of Jesus Christ celebrated? It says Father's Day, Christmas Day, New Year's, or Boxing Day. Obviously, it will be on the 25th of December. So we're going to go with Christmas Day, and we was correct. Okay. Next question says, what sort of battle was the Battle of Britain fought between Germany and Britain in the summer of 1940? 1940, okay. It says a battle in the sea, an aerial battle, a battle in the mountains, or a battle without rifles. All I know about the Battle of the Britain was the war after Second World War, but it was like a military campaign or something like that. So I'm trying to understand, and it says in the sea, so it can't be the sea because it was military. Military, are they in the sea? Don't think so. In the mountains, don't think they would go to mountains either. Battles of rifles, don't think so. I think it's the aerial. Aerial means in the air, maybe? No? Yes? And I was right. Aerial means air, right? In the air? No? I don't know. But anyway, we got it right. It says, where is Swansea located? How the hell do I know where that is located? Swansea is in England. Or is Swansea in Scotland? No, it can't be in Scotland. Swansea. England or Wales? This is how I know my geography skills are off. Oh. Where is Swansea? Swansea. It would be very embarrassing if I say England and I get it wrong because I'm just trying to understand. I say England. Oh, that was off. It was in Wales. Swansea's in Wales. Something new you learn every day. Okay, next question says, which of two political parties formed a coalition in 2010? See, if you ask me questions like this, yeah, I would understand because I like studying politics and I know these answers. Because that is the Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrats Party. And we are correct, you know. I don't understand why you're asking me about the Church of England, number one. That's the next question, by the way. It says, who established the Church of England? The Church of England. I don't go to church, so how the hell do I know? It says Henry the 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's Henry the 8. Is it Oliver Cromwell? I chose you earlier and it was absolutely wrong. Is it Winston Churchill, the big racist guy? William of Orange. William of Orange is Dutch. So it can't be him. Why would he make churches in England when he needs to be in Holland? So it definitely cannot be William of Orange because he was from Holland. Or was he British but he was born in Holland? I don't know, but anyway, we're not going to choose him. Probably Winston Churchill, because I don't like that guy. So we're going to choose him. And I was wrong. It was Henry VIII. What is any of this? Don't understand. Next question says, in 1348, 1/3 of the population in England, Wales and Scotland died as a result of which disease? So it's another coronavirus question. Okay, so it says measles, leprosy, smallpox, or the Black Death. I think it's the Black Death because I've read about it a while back. So it should be, I think it's the Black Death anyway. And we are right. I don't understand why anyone needs to know what disease was happening back in 1348 when, you know, when none of these people that is applying for a passport at the moment was not alive. So how does this question help you be British? I don't get it. Alright, so it says haggis is a traditional food from which area? What is haggis? Is that even British? I've never heard of haggis. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what it... I don't even think I want to taste it. It says what is haggis. It's probably Scottish because it makes absolutely like haggis. Can I have some haggis? Probably that. And we were right. Scottish. So next question says, which court deals with minor criminal offences in Scotland? Again, how does this question help me become British? Because if I'm not a criminal and I'm not committing crimes, I don't need to know which court people are going to be taken to. Because, you know, maybe they teach you all this because this is where all the tax money goes anyway. But it says the sheriff court, no. It says the magistrate court, nah. It says the crown court, don't think so. And it says the justice of peace court. That is the one, and we are correct. Okay, next question says, which two of the following records give us information about England during the regime of William I? Absolutely do not know this question. Don't understand. It's no sense. So it says the Magna Carta. What's Magna Carta? Sounds like such a whole cartel group. And then it says the Domesday Book. And then it says the Boyx Tapestry. Are we French now? Because these are French words that I don't understand. And it says the Canterbury Tales. I think I'm going to go with Canterbury because, you know, is that not where the old Duke, what's his name, the Duke of Edinburgh is from? Canterbury. Bro, I don't know what I'm saying, but we're just gonna go with Canterbury. And I was wrong, and it told me to choose two. Oh, which two? And I only chose one. Mad. So it was the French word, the Boyartex, the blah, blah, and the Domes Book something. Do British people even read? Not really sure. So we are nearly done. We're on question 22 and we have 21 minutes left. I just probably went through it quickly because I didn't read any of this stuff anyway, but I just wanted to see how British I am. So this question is a bit, you know, I don't know. So it says, in 1930 the British government promised a home rule for Ireland. Why were any changes in Ireland delayed until 1921? Okay, so the choices that we have is due to the outbreak of the First World War. That one cannot be correct because the First World War was on 1914 and this was 1913. So, and it says due to the outbreak of the Second World War. The First World War didn't even happen, so how is the Second World War? Cannot be that one either. Because there was no king on the British throne, or the outbreak of a Black Death. It can't be the Black Death either, so it should be there was no king. Okay, I was very confident in this question because the First World War was in 1914 till 1918. So when I said because there was no king of, you know, British whatever, it said no because the outbreak of the First World War. How does this make sense? The First World War didn't even happen for this rule to be implemented. So you just used, oh yeah, World War is about to come, so we're gonna... Makes no sense. I don't get it. Anyway, we got it wrong. Move on. Alright, so it says, which of the following statement is true? Okay, so you get two statements. It says Elizabeth I was Protestant and she succeeded in finding a balance between the view of the Catholics and the more extreme Protestant, or Elizabeth was a Catholic and she succeeded in finding balance between the views of the Catholic and the more extreme Protestant. I don't think she was Protestant, so we're just gonna go with Catholic. And I was wrong. She was a Protestant. Mad. First of all, I did not apply for national insurance because obviously you get it when you're 16. But I guess this is for people that are applying, and it says what documents do you need? It says a document with your address on it, such as a tenancy agreement, document that proves that you have permission to work in the UK, a contract from your employer, a document that proves your identity. So it would be two documents that you need to get a national insurance is a document that proves your identity because your name comes on the card, and then it probably would be where you live because then they can send you your card. And we was correct. Anyway guys, so it says that I failed this test. I got 10 out of 24. That's 41% apparently. It says you failed the test. Clearly, I've been in the UK for so long, like 10 years or more, whatever. I did my GCSEs here, I did my A-levels here, I went to uni here, I'm working here. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, if I wanted a British passport now, I would not be getting it because I don't know nothing about Britain. It's kind of funny, but I guess we're just gonna stick with my my Dutch passport, and we're just gonna rock in Dutch all day long. But I think that they need to re-evaluate this question, because some of these questions made no sense. Like, if someone just came from a war-torn country, how the hell do they know what Olympics game were on? Maybe they don't watch Olympics, so you want them to sit down, watch Olympics, read books about the Olympics or whatever, and then be like, oh yeah, that person. Nah, I think it just needs to be re-evaluated what kind of questions you're going to be asking people and stuff like that. But I failed anyway, so I'm not British. I guess me being British is not going to be a thing anymore because I don't know nothing about Britain. I don't know anything. I don't want to know anything anymore. I think it's time for me to go back to Holland because clearly I don't know anything about Britain. So that's the conclusion. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can see that I'm not British, so you know, all these people that will be like, you pronounced the word wrong, I'm just going to be like to you, I'm not British. If you say to me, where's your accent from? I'm not British. That's what I'm going to start doing to people, because nobody's clearly allowing me to have a British passport if I ever wanted one. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Hey, brown skin girl, your skin just like